What's up, YouTube? It's your host, Rob Banks, and this is the Red Cup Review. In today's episode, we're looking at the Tweeterhead 1/6 scale Wonder Woman figure from their Superpowers line. And I'm absolutely enamored with this line because it reminds me back in 1984, collecting Superpowers from when I was a kid, before your time. Anyways, take a look at the art box. I got a lot of nice, cool colors going on here. It's bright, but it ain't like we're going to be having this stuff up in the house. The back of the box, what makes this really cool, is the fact they have it all numbered, right, with the whole collect them all thing, and that was like actually reminiscent of the card backs of the Superpowers from when we were kids. This is the exclusive version that comes out with the swap out sword and shield. Went and got the exclusive version. It's pretty cool. And this is my first statue review, so bear with me. Stay tuned. To start off the review, we're going to take a look at Wonder Woman in her most basic form. This is what she's going to look like on your shelf. This is what the regular version is going to look like on your shelf if you choose to not display her with her reflectable bracelet bullet effect thing she comes with. However, I wanted to start off with this to give you guys a rough idea of how big she is, what she looks like, the statue as a whole. And now we're going to take a look at a little bit more of the detail and go with a fine-tooth comb of just how nice and elegant this statue is. Damn, am I excited to have this. Alright, what the hell are these two toys doing with this statue? The Wonder Woman is advertised as 6th scale, so I wanted to put her next to a 6th scale Hot Toy figure, and I have a 112 6-inch action figure there. Now, I'm the type of collector that collects a little bit of everything, and I'm sure there are other people like me out there, right? So I wanted to show you guys exactly how this statue compares and kind of stacks up, and how she may or may not fit in with the rest of your collection. Capiche? Absolute beauty, elegance, captivating. I can't think of another adjective more appropriate for this figure. Now, this is like a 2019 version of what Superpowers back in 84. I mean, we're going back 35 years ago, roughly. And we sure have come a long, long way. There's just such a subtlety and beauty in the fact that they gave her musculature without making her look too mannish. You could see the definition on this side. You can see the definition obviously back here around the tricep and the bicep. The shoulders she has that strong warrior-esque type sculpt to her while still being gentle and feminine and beautiful. Now, the head sculpt has a couple of imperfections in it, the one that I got here. I'll show you those in a second. I actually have a replacement head coming on the way from Tweeterhead, and just goes to show you a testament to the type of company they are. They are sending it right over. But let's take a look at the super up-close imperfections that I saw. Even though, obviously, you couldn't see them before, you're going to see them now. You can see that there's a little bit of an issue with her lipstick over here, but that's fine because you really can't see it when you're just looking at it. Even I'm roughly about 10 inches away, you can't notice it. The eye, there's a little bit of a divot in the eye right there. But again, I am getting a replacement head. This isn't a complaint. But I did hear that divot in the eye might be an ongoing thing with this particular figure, because I do know of another collector out there, Miss Ramos, who actually put me onto this figure from the Darth Castle crew. Damn all of you guys to hell for getting me into the statue stuff. But hers also had a similar imperfection from what she had said, so it might be in the sculpt itself. Other than that, there's a little bit of yellowing on the nose there, right? A little bit of paint incompletion. But besides that, look at the complexion they used on her skin. Now, I don't know if it's necessarily the paint or the way the sculpture captures it. We're going to zoom out again. But you can see how the face has such contour in it right over here and over here and in the cheeks, and it really brings the color out in her face. And I have the lights kind of beaming right on her right now, guys, so you're not going to get any more high definition than this. We are going to move it down a little. That is not an imperfection there. That's just a little bit of dust from the room. We're going to take a look at the bodice, right? We're going to slide her back a little. Now, this comes in a separate part, right? So the head is a separate piece from the torso. The hands go on magnetically. They attach to the waist. The waist attaches to the base. Now, this was a complaint that a lot of collectors had that I've seen from this so far. And you can see right there is a seam in the neck, an unsightly seam. But I'm not going to display her like this. I'm going to display her just like this. When you do that, even when you kind of move your head around, unless you're ducking underneath, you're not going to see it. You're not going to notice it at all. One thing I can tell you for sure is I wish the colors were just a smidge and I mean just a smidge brighter. The colors do pop. She definitely jumps off the shelf. But I am going to knock it down a peg because the colors, I believe, since this represents the superpowers version of Wonder Woman, should have been a little bit brighter. However, the paint applications are quite wonderful. The stars are all perfect. They look kind of a little off here from the way the direction that the camera is facing. But I'm telling you, they are spot on. Let's trim this up a little bit here. You can see that her reflectable... Here we go. Let's pull this off. See? It's on with a magnet. So you get her like that. Boop. And you slip it on like that. Silly, nonsensical things aside, right? You take the head off. All right, there's the head. You take the head and you slip it right on. Just like that. And it sits nice and perfectly. This figure has got some weight to it, guys. This statue, rather, has got some... Look at the way I move it through the light here, and how the light captures the musculature on the statue itself. It's absolutely incredible sculpt. So let's move it down. As you guys can see here, the stars are all perfectly painted on, pretty much aligned, just like I had said before. Right? You can even see a little bit of sculpting and the stretching of the underoos there. I'm going to move it back a little, show you guys how this thing snaps on from the waist. So it comes on like that, pops off, slide it right back on. Be real gentle with this stuff, guys. All right, now this is coming from an action figure guy. I'm used to kind of like being able to maneuver my stuff around and move it around and stuff, and you want to be a little bit more gentle with this stuff. All right, here's the base. The base has got a lot of really nice detail in it. I love the detail in here, right? How it's like darker and dirtier around the, the smashed columns and stuff. It's not just all one flat paint. And you guys are actually seeing it with the lights on it, super bright. It's actually even more colored in here with like different shades of cream and rock color. This shield comes off, right? Here's the shield. There's the front of it, right? Nicely painted. There's a couple of things that are messed up in the paint there. Like the paint lines aren't super crisp, but they're really damn close, and the color's more than enough make up for it. Right, there's the back. These aren't leather. This is all molded, right? Put that down. It slips right in here. Take the sword out. Let's take a look at the sword. Sword does not come out of its sheath. At least with the regular version, it does not. All right, there's the sword. It's got a nice little color to it. It actually looks like leather on here, which I think is pretty damn awesome. And the color could have been a little bit nicer. The paint could have been a little bit better on the, the handles here. This actually, all the brown looks like wrapped leather, and that's aces in my book. What else more are you going to ask for? Let's take a 360 now of the base and maybe another shot of her boots. The boots are crisp. They pop. The whites really shine out nicely. Spin it around. We got some steps back here, it looks like, or crushed column. It's just absolutely so well done. And this thing is heavy, man. I got to tell you, this statue is really freaking heavy. I want to say that it's got to be at least, yeah, that's like 10 pounds, 12, 15 pounds, something like that. That's got to at least be 15 pounds. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with it too much. Just goes to show you guys that this statue is pretty awesome in the quality area. See how you can see it under the neck? Here's a perfect example. Right under the neck there, you can see the imperfection, but who the hell is going to look at their statue from this angle? The standard version of this figure also comes with these switch-out hands that have these bullet effects, and it adds a lot of action to, let's face it, it's just a statue. They even have little sculpted bullets in there. What a nice touch there, Tweeterhead. Thumbs way up from the Red Cup review. And here's a little Amazon trivia for you. Wonder Woman's bracelets get their origin from when the Amazons were enslaved, and then eventually they broke free from their chains, and now all the Amazons wear these bracelets to remind themselves of their former enslavement. Here is the exclusive version of this statue and my personal favorite. It comes with a switch-out hand for holding her shield and her sword. The paint on the sword is excellent. There's almost no bleed in it whatsoever. And the shield is shining nice and bright. She also comes in the exclusive version with the switch-out eagle bondus, right? That's the torso effect. So you get two torsos in the exclusive version, and I couldn't tell you which one I like more. The other one is a little bit more of a superpowers flair, which, let's face it, that's why I got into this damn line of statues. But this adds a little bit more gold, and the gold is so freaking bright and just brings out so much color into this. I can't speak highly enough about it. Take a look at the nice little relief they got going on around there with the design, the Greek little design. The paint on this jumps right off of your shelf. It's going to add much needed color into your collection, as mine certainly does. And I got to tell you, I'm at least doing the Trinity. Tweeterhead's got me for the Trinity: Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. We're going to start off with those here at the Red Cup Review, and I hope you guys enjoy this statue as much as I do. It's a must-have for a Wonder Woman fan and for a Superpowers fan. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. In conclusion, we're going to have to give this thing 3.75 cups because of all the little imperfections we had stated earlier on, and I'm trying to be as objective as possible. As far as I'm concerned though, it's more like 4.25 because I love Wonder Woman and I love the Superpowers line, and this thing has massive shelf presence and it's as heavy as hell. After the show, my wife's going to hit me in the back of the head with this thing and kill me and run off with the insurance money for actually buying the damn thing. Hope you guys enjoyed the review, and stay tuned for the next episode. Hey, check it out. Saturday nights at 8 o'clock, we do a live show, and we have mad crazy-ass YouTube guests on. You should come and check it out sometime. We'll catch you on the next one.